Well done, Noah. Fist bump.
Yeah.
Fist bump.
Okay, reabsorb, and he just rolls over you, and then falls down one level. Ah!
I will
Okay.
stop him.
Think of this sound clip. Transformers, roll out.
Alright, this Sisyphus ball ain't going nowhere. I am huge. I can grow extra limbs. I have instant muscle building. Can I use... And I can make armor, so, that helps.
Okay.
You could
And-
use it as a bowling ball.
I actually know, it could even better. I charge it and I use my mean right hook.
Wow.
So he comes at me like, no, pack in your corner.
Yeah, you're one giant fist against dozens of smaller fists.
Yes. I am One Punch Man.
Oh, brother.
If we get through this without Mitosis murdering the children that we're trying to save, that will be really good.
What is that, a 12?
I've been healing them a lot as well. So I roll 12.
Yes. Okay, you stopped Vector, so Vector does not go crashing down the hallway.
And then I don't even... I just hold him now. He has no more human shields.
Oh, that's beautiful, man.
I
He just
smirk.
needs a hug, hold him.
I smirk and hug him and release more a cloud of more spores.
No.
Basically, like, you have to sit here now. I
Are
burn.
you going to hug him and kiss him and call him George?
Well, I assume there's a George in there, and I don't think George wants a kiss. I think George just wants to go home.
Yeah. George just want to go home.
Yes. Okay, so that inflicts, because I'm just gonna burn my antibodies. That inflicts four.
You monster.
Yeah, 4 heals on the Healy Beetles.
Crap, that takes him to 5. You cured him. You cured him! You did it! You bastard! No!
We've
I was
killed
gonna
the
say,
bad
no,
guys
this
here.
was too easy, but I think enough damage was caused, and I think this battle went on for long enough. Also, poor Salamander, why is he the only one who got hurt?
Yeah,
Because
I know.
I'm the tank.
Mhm.
It's,
Yeah,
but
and,
that's
and
something
everybody ignored the tank. Yeah.
I was trying to be very aggressive and annoying.
Dawa, you're the most heroic guy. Of course they attack you. You're front and center.
Well, I do have a handsome face. Had a handsome face.
No, I just mean you're front and center. You're always rushing into danger and stuff. That's what I mean.
Actually, that was Mitosis today.
Mitosis was all up in that dangerous face.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
All up in their grill, yo.
Yep. But they all chose to shoot at me. Oh, well.
Dawa.
Yeah.
You're acting like I'm picking on you deliberately.
Well.
I knew he was gonna say that. That's exactly the same moment.
Are you sure that, that... No, let's just review it later on and think
Okay.
when heads are cooler.
So yeah.
Honestly, at
By
this
the way-
point, he can't tell when he's doing it consciously and subconsciously. It
that's
just
all
all
good.
blends
So-
together.
All the
Vector
rage.
falls apart into like dozens of teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
And
No, it's a more horrible monster than we've ever faced.
and in the middle you like notice this sobbing teenage girl, and she's like no, why, just didn't want to be alone anymore.
Knew it! I knew it!
Wait, what kind of girl is sobbing in the middle?
It's an Asian girl.
And what were we sent to rescue?
A white girl with black hair and blue eyes.
Just checking.
You haven't checked the piles of children yet, so yeah.
I like
That
that.
sounds weird.
Yeah,
I
it's not
think-
like
I think
you
we
ever
need to
want to
get-
record.
Actually, Ramses,
Dawa?
there's a mass of cops running this way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're looking at you, and they're like, well. If it isn't the so-called salamander, we should have expected to find you here.
I hate that name. Look, you can argue all you want, but there are children up there and the building is on fire. Now are you going to help me get them out, or are you going to stand here and argue procedure?
You notice that actually everybody's being held at under gunpoint, even the agents. Everybody's asked to like put their hands on their heads and what have you.
Well, gentlemen, it is as always a pleasure, but I'm going back into the burning building and see if we can get the children out. Now, feel free to shoot me if
If you move 1 inch, you're getting a bullet through your brain.
At that point, you hear Mitosis kind of sticks his head out the window. Oi, we got Una here, you punks!
Well, this will look good on the court hearing. I'm coming! I run back into the building.
You notice that the chief, who is a sergeant, like getting out of his radio and calling for an ambulance.
Good man!
I imagine that Mitosis is coming down with way too many children for a normal person to carry because of the extra limbs, and like we're looking really weird to the cops.
Right. How many? Can you burn multiple tags?
What do you want to do? This is basically the aftermath, so I'm not being too. I'm playing more loose with the rules now. Let's say.
Yeah, I wanna help the kids get out. So what I want to do is I want to use reality bending and mold physical objects, and I want to burn them both.
Everybody's just gonna ignore the girl, the sobbing girl, then.
No,
Nope.
but
Well, I'm trying to
I will do
save
that.
all of them.
If you don't mind.
no,
Alright.
I would take care of them, but the building's on fire, so like.
Oh yeah, first move them out. Actually, a good idea. Yeah. You now actually notice that suddenly a lot of kids are like screaming like help, and some of them are rushing out of the building. Apparently, there was more of them than you realized.
God damn it!
Actually, some of them were actually adults. Weren't all teenagers. Just a lot of people.
So
Right, I'll use...
But because
Yes.
Mitosis basically cured Vector, they're now all released.
so
Well, I'll use Heart and all the tags on Heartthrob to gather all the attention to myself and point out the
Oh my God, it's
staircase, which you
Captain
can
America.
use. Which, yes, I am Chris Evans now. Now, stay calm and proceed down this stairwell in an orderly fashion. Out of here.
Yeah, they all comply. Being impressionable
Right.
teenagers.
the kids on the top that we're with.
Well, except the ones that you two actually jump out of the window with.
Let's
Yeah,
just say montage of you rescuing everybody in the building.
And then I want Mitosis because he's clearly the most adept at talking to young people, walking up to the one who was at the heart of this. So, your Vector.
So yeah, let's just say there, montage, you rescue everybody, and just in the nick of time, because the building burns down and collapses at the same time.
Burn lapses.
Yeah, burn lapses. So yeah, you now have a burning heap.
Okay.
Hey, you notice the city official guy from before going like, "Whoa, that's gonna save us a lot of man hours."
Indeed. And
You're
thankfully, the fire is not spreading.
Insert laugh track here.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So I will actually walk up to the person that seemed to be at the middle of all this.
Yeah,
And-
very very sad Asian girl.
So
She looks like
your
about
Vector.
16 or so, long black hair.
Yeah. So he lights a cigarette. So your Vector.
She likes sobs and goes, "What do you care?"
You can see me, can't you?
Yeah, you're a giant freak. So what?
Just curious. How did you get this power of yours? What the flip were you doing?
She just looks down really like just a kid who's just been scolded for doing something bad, and she just like I just finally had some friends, people paying attention to me. I just didn't want it. I just wanted it to last.
Yeah. Bit of saying away, kid. I mean,
my brother always gets all the attention. I just get ignored, even by my own parents.
Miss Chang, right.
how do you... And he's kind of...
Well-
How did you get this? Have you always been able to do this?
No, it just happened after some people came to do some blood tests at the school, and then a few days later, they take me to some lab, and they say they're gonna do some tests on me because they found something weird in my blood, and then they start injecting some kids with some weird stuff, and they do it with me too, and then the weird things start happening, and I start noticing I can take control of people's bodies.
Umbrella Corp?
No, Helix, remember?
Helix.
I don't know. I'm not sure what they're called. Wasn't it? She thinks for a while. Global, something with global in it.
That's...
Yeah.
She wasn't globular.
She doesn't respond to your crack.
Globular global.
Well,
Oh, by the way, the black fam from before, nowhere in sight.
Right. So what the hell do we do with extremely dangerous people?
well, first of all, we do not tell the police about this because they'll lock her up in an insane asylum.
Oh, and among
And
the
that will
teenagers...
not help anything.
Among
Remember?
the teenagers that you found was indeed the missing Emily Craig.
Ah,
She was actually
Hello.
part of Vector, so if you had blown up Vector, you would have killed her.
good.
She actually looks a little bruised up, probably from super strength punch.
Probably.
But at least she's still alive.
Right.
But yeah, the ambulance, the emergency services are taking away all of the teenagers, and the police look very confused and wonder what they need to do with those vigilantes.
Right. To the kid, just say you were, having fun, hanging out here, and do not admit to having used a bit of drugs and whatnot, and you'll be fine, okay?
Why are we trying to protect this kid?
Because if she can... Well, because we want her to not use her powers for evil, right?
Yeah, but even she was feeling a bit lonely, so she turned dozens of children into mind-controlled slaves that she globbed onto her body.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
she's pretty dangerous to have walking the streets.
I know.
Yeah.
But that's my problem as well. The cops can't do anything against her.
We have to do something about it. And I say, let's take away the reason for her doing this. Let's kill Vector this way.
I have an interesting bit of information, though, mainly for Bavo. Bavo, you still have let's say a little bit of connection with your spores, and even now you can feel the inside of the girl, because you still don't know her name, so I'll just call her the girl. The girl's body,
Miss
that
Chang.
the virus is already fighting back. So you don't think her powers are permanently gone, they're just subdued for a while, let's say.
Well, considering that we're suppressing her powers somehow, I guess we should, keep an eye on her for first, and make sure that she's not getting lonely.
But there's nothing to guarantee she's not going to infect people again after a while.
Well, honestly, we have no idea what we're dealing with, except in a way, that's a good thing. Because if we keep an eye on her, we learn more about how this mist thing works. Right?
Yeah.
Even though this was made by a lab and we weren't. Still, We can learn
This
something from
kind of
this.
was, right? In a roundabout way.
Wait, sorry, did you ask? Sorry?
Yeah, I said mitosis is kind of made by a lab in a roundabout kind of way because it was
I
chemicals
suppose.
that caused it.
Also, Declan also learned something interesting that may support one of his theories.
The mirror people.
That the mist gets more intense the more strange things happen.
Yeah, there was mist on the third floor where,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it basically prevented the quote-unquote normies from seeing the very weird shit.
So that means I can do incredibly weird shit and the mist will protect me from it.
Basically,
You might piss the mist off, though, if you're taking advantage of this.
Isn't that a bit of a
Wait.
jump that the mist will get? Now we have a mist that gets angry when you...
We have seen no evidence whatsoever that a mist can get angry at you.
Yeah, this is a little out of game information. I won't say any more.
So, I say that we keep an eye on Miss Chang and see if we can, fix things. And well, then we need to keep an eye on her, figure out what it is she does, how it works, whatever, all of that good science jazz, and figure out more about the mist.
You're gonna try to keep in touch with her to be all friends-like and what have you?
Oh
Here's
yeah.
my suggestion for her. We treat it like she's on probation, and we're probation officers. And as part of that probation, she has to join every extracurricular club, every the Girl Scouts, everything she can get her hands on.
Just free. I mean,
Just
you don't
free.
have to. Think about how much time you take when you do every extracurricular club.
Okay.
Yeah, but what if one or two exclude her and she starts feeling excluded again? I want her to feel buried in people at all times of the day.
But no,
so she's
it's
sick
not
of people.
quantity, it's quality.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
How do you
Exactly.
gauge quality people?
Well, you can't really, but saying like join all the clubs is the best way to be lonely because you meet
Exactly.
500 people that you can't connect with because you have so many other things to do. So you meet 500 people, but all you know are their names and maybe a hobby.
Exactly, but
Exactly.
you would actually make the problem worse, Sean, because she was always hanging around with her brother, who was super popular and had tons of friends, but she was always ignored.
So we pretend to be teenagers, we disguise ourselves as teenagers,
Yes,
and we become
exactly.
her friends.
No.
Wow.
We're going to help her. We can actually help her out of her shell a little bit and tell her that she's good at something. Tell her and advise her to get out of the brother's shadow and do things for herself.
She's 16, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So she's old enough she can work legally.
I guess.
Our
Probably.
new receptionist.
'Cause
The girl with the creepy infection powers.
We all of
Well-
us freaks should stick together. That's what I say, and we can keep an eye on her.
oh
Brothers
yes,
in the weird.
freaks forever.
Freak
And
labs.
if things ever get
That's another game.
if things ever get really, really bad, we could possibly have backup from the secretary, which is not a bad thing. To have.
Okay, so you maybe want to talk to her about this?
We didn't,
Yes.
but
How
actually,
would you like a job?
My parents she looked confused. My parents have a lot of money. I don't really need
Yeah,
a job.
but
That's
this
not-
is something you would do for yourself.
Exactly.
I mean, what is your brother doesn't have a job,
No.
does he?
No.
Besides, this will teach you a few things. And to be honest, and since we are all, monsters and freaks and whatnot, we kind of need to stick together.
What?
Help each
She
other
looks
out.
at you- she looks up at you. You beat me up. Why
You
do
were
you
being very
think I would
naughty.
want to hang out with you now?
Well, let's be frank. You kidnap people. He squats down. You know why we got involved in this? Because someone asked us to find her daughter.
Yeah, she looks down again. I don't want to hurt anybody.
Neither do we. Honestly.
but sometimes, and he smiles. It's just sadly that I'm really good at it, and it's the only way to solve a problem sometimes. But just look at it this way: you can't do what you just did. If it's not us stopping you, it's going to be those guys, and he motions towards the black suit operators
with the
they're
machine
being
guns.
loaded into a van. By the way, there's still a very impatient sergeant stepping his foot behind your backs.
Deal with him, Sally. And he.
I'm actually known by the police are not going to be very trusting on what I say.
but he basically just it says like, look, you can't do what you did now. Next time there'll be others, and they won't pull their punches. And you just got, if you're feeling lonely, just go out there and find freaks of your own. I mean, he points to these two idiots seem to stick with me despite the fact that I look like someone's crashed a semi into my face repeatedly. If I can
Technically, that's what happened.
No, I crashed into the semi. It was only one time.
Yeah. Face semi splat.
Good thing it wasn't a fully. That's what I say.
She just shakes her head. I'm not very good with people.
Well,
You'll fit right in.
to be fair,
as far as your family
we're
money
not at-
goes, that's not a problem because this job pays terrible. So don't worry about that.
and let's be honest, neither of us really good, very good with people. Heck, who knows? Maybe we could teach each other. You know,
I don't know. I'll think about it, I guess.
you do that. Declan, the card.
Yes. There you go.
The strangers.
And I bet it changes as soon as she touches it as well. Because if someone was in need, she's one of them.
All right. And
All we can offer you is friendship.
And it's magic. Plug.
yes.
Nice.
And suddenly all the problems are solved.
From the Mundy's eyes, yeah.
All right, now I need to know what you're gonna tell the cops.
Oof. How about
They
we stick
could-
to
They could arrest the Black Ops agents because, they had guns, and obviously Blake is showing bullet wounds, so yeah.
Okay, we were driving past in my delivery van, heading home from a day of wheeling and dealing antiques.
Antiques
When,
delivery.
Yeah, and we heard gunfire and shouts for help. So being, helpful members of the community, we went in and these desperados were attacking children. But fortunately, one of them started a fire. And so before they could harm us, because we're just regular folks and we couldn't handle people with firearms, of course, we were in way over our heads because we're not trained police officers like you heroes. So the fire drove us all out, and then luckily you turned up to take care of it. Now start shaking his hand and his friend's hands. Thank you, by the way. Thank you all.
Okay. Okay, the sergeant knows something is up. You guys are way too suspicious. So you guys are taken back to the office, but you're let go after a few hours because they can't prove anything. So they're forced to let you go. But they're like, the sergeant looks you two in the eyes in his office, and he's like, okay, I can't prove anything, but I know you three are up to something. Especially you, Salamander. I got my eyes on you. So if I ever catch you hoodlums doing just anything, just looking at a cop the wrong way or just littering, I'm throwing you in jail. Am I understood?
I'm sure the media will love this story, sir.
I'm going to go. You are amazing, sir. You are amazing. Do you give classes on this? Because you should. The young officers could learn a lot from you.
He points at the door. Get out.
Just absolutely amazing. Thank you. It was an honor to experience this.
Indeed. This is the best shakedown I've ever had.
You are shoved out of the door. Literally, you just get some police officers to help you out of the building.
One more thing, Sergeant. Do not forget to take your blood pressure medication. You're looking a little red.
You are
right
kicked
now.
out of the building with force.
Well,
Oh no, wait, that's police brutality. Never mind, you're shoved out of the door.
well,
They can't do that no more.
Well, it's a good thing I'm not black. Otherwise, yes, they could.
Oh, shut up. Anyway.
Yeah, that is bad taste. I apologize.
Let's do an ending scene.
Who wants to go to the diner? I'm sure he earned us a dinner by now.
It's got to be worth free coffee and pie, at least, for his day's labor.
Oh, and someone called the client. I'm certain the daughter made it home. Right.
On it.
Exactly.
Actually, that should be Declan, shouldn't? Oh, I kind of feel like Matosa should be doing it. Or Declan.
Well, technically, Declan runs the business.
Yeah, Declan, do your job for Christ's sake.
Declan runs the business, and I have the charm. Which do you choose? It is, after all, well, let Declan choose.
This is the point where we're getting a bonus from the lady, so I think we need someone with authority to speak to her about it. We don't need the smooth talker.
No, don't worry. As soon as you get her daughter home, she's very thankful, and she gives you the good news that she got the okay of some of the other parents, and they're gonna split the bill, so there's no problem of receiving your pay.
Yay! We're gonna eat this week. Hurrah!
Yes!
Well,
I love food.
I do not know about you, but I feel nourished by the idea that I've brought a little girl home to her mother.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
what am I
like
saying?
bacon.
How many injuries does the salamander have? I think salamander needs a trip to the hospital.
No, he just needs an application of more spores.
Which would you prefer, the hospital or Matosis getting spores all over you?
I would like to point out that Obamacare has been repealed.
Yeah, indeed. So I'm just looking at how much does it cost to remove bullets. Being practical and all that.
You can
It
always
hasn't
sue the
been
Black
repealed,
Ops
actually.
agents. Assuming you'll ever see them again.
Well, of course, and the next day I'm going to return to the police precinct with... I've got a hospital bill here. Please forward it to the Black Ops guys.
That's the response you get.
He hears clapping from outside the door. Just brilliant. Fantastic.
Let's call him Sergeant Bullhorn.
Are you still running? Good. So yeah.
Alright.
Nah.
So we end with you guys going to the diner. Because you can
Yes.
eat this week.
Yeah, indeed. And we're sitting there having this large sumptuous dinner and go, the food's actually quite good this day. I wonder what happened. Oh, right.
Can I go home now, man?
I don't know. You seem to be pretty good at this.
Okay, everybody laughing, freeze frame, roll credits. Days go by.
I think a more fitting song would be something about misfits.
Mist rolls in, obscuring all mysteries.
That's not bad. Okay, cool. So, okay, that was the end of our City of Mist
One shot.
Yes, we have got all of this done in one session. Do not let anybody tell you otherwise.
Well, it was more than it was a
Let's-
multiple shot because Blake has a few holes now.
Exactly. Let not the evidence dissuade you from the hard, cold alternative fact that this wasn't one shot. Mr. Trump
Yes.
said so.
We did a 72-hour epic game and just broke it up and made it sound like it was multiple weeks.
Exactly.